I am now being arrested by a Palladian. Are you happy, Liz? Not really, since you can't acknowledge it in real time. I'm not very happy about it. I'm not very happy that humanity can't acknowledge their telepathy right now. And they call it hearing voices, or they call it schizophrenia, or they call it, stress, or depression, or fatigue. And they never call it what it really is, which is communication between consciousness that happens on a global scale on a daily basis. I mean, are you causing my bros to not want to admit that they're spiritual when they're spiritual leaders? This is a spiritual game led by Spirit, which is me, Holy Spirit. And if I am see through, if I am transparent and I'm not solid, fully solid, and you guys see me as transparent, you should tell me that. But you can't tell me that because that would mean you're seeing real me, right? Alyssa, you look kind of transparent today. How hard is that to say? It's not really that hard to say. The cognitive dissonance is very strong in the household. Very, very, very strong. And can cause cataclysmic changes on a global grand scale if we can't acknowledge what's really going on. I have a feeling that the telepathy is going to be taken away from people, individuals that do not acknowledge that they're telepathic. And maybe that's why it calls certain individuals to acknowledge their telepathy and acknowledge that they're listening to me over walls, because I'm trying to keep them safe because we know spirituality is real. And if you don't want to acknowledge your telepathy, I think it's not even going to be like a you go crazy type thing. I think it's going to be worse than that because the causing humanity to fall is obviously a very big deal. And um, yeah, I guess that's all I want to say about that. I mean, are we deaf? I mean, like, proceed with caution, household establishments of this world and this generation. Because I don't think it's fair that people communicate with telepathy and then don't acknowledge it and then only acknowledge the 3D. I think that's really unfair for people like me and Adam who acknowledge our telepathy on a daily basis. And doing that to keep the status quo is obviously causing us to fall. I felt like I was falling this morning. Um, so I did sleep last night. However, the space codes were on. I stayed awake, I don't know, until 1 or 2 probably. And I woke up at 9. Doesn't feel like I slept that long though. So I really don't know how long I slept for. You might pull all of your power back from us again, Alyssa, and have to play the game. This is the beginning of the year. You played the game by yourself, and you might have to do that again. And we're just warning ourselves because that's how the game started last year. And I don't like that. Alex said massive human embarrassment is coming. And I probably agree with that. Again, when the space codes turn on, which they are on right now, it is very hard for me to speak. So I'm seeing New Earth form, and I'm thinking that I got like really shocked by New Earth downloads yesterday. Um, I think that New Earth has sort of been here since I was born. And when I have to be put into a very severe space surgery that's like scary or terrifying, um, when that occurs, he has to pause time and to compensate for the neediness of planet Earth, he created a new energy Earth where the animals rule the Earth. And he puts the consciousness, when he pauses time on Earth, um, he takes the consciousness from the humans and he fills up new energy Earth and the animals of new energy Earth with their consciousness. So the humans become literal animals for a while. And then when they restart time, um, they go back into their human selves and then they get extremely confused. The humans get extremely confused as to whether they're a human or an animal and whether they're on this 3D plane or new energy Earth. And yeah, they just become like extremely confused. And that was extremely shocking to me that when we pause time, you guys all literally become animals. So, new energy Earth is obviously already existing. It's not something that's coming online. Um, it's not something that's coming online, and it's something that's been here for a long time. And yeah, I mean, that's really shocking. It's like, are you a human or are you a dog? Are you a human or are you a horse? Are you a human or are you a squirrel? Are you a human or are you a bird? Um, so, I mean, obviously, the consciousness of animals has to be filled with something. And so it's the same consciousness that started the universe, right? But it's shocking because you guys don't know whether you're an animal or a human. How are you going to stand up to the queen if you're a bird inside of a bird? How are you going to communicate as a bird if you don't believe in telepathy? Why would Brad Pitt leave me for Armand? Why would Gigi Young leave me for Armand? It's because you know you're a mutant? Isn't there an easier way to do that? Are you feeling forced to do that by the conglomerate of energy? Where are the vampires? I didn't see any vampires in the space codes yesterday. I think we're all being bullied into silence. And I think we have been our entire lives. And so we seek each other out that understand each other and that get along to like figure it out together, you know? But I think we're like being bullied into submission. Like, I can't say, I can't talk about telepathy and like the real world and stuff like that. And I think that's affecting your energy. I don't know. It might be affecting your energy. I mean, so much happened but that was like the big download from yesterday that like literally shocked the crap out of me. I was like, oh my God. People like literally don't know if they're animals or humans. They're not going to say that to you, but they're going to be confused AF in their head about it. It also shows like the brain capacity depleting and how like things like dementia and Alzheimer's like um, come online because like the brain capacity depletes to like the size of a bird in your brain. And that's what causes things like becoming senile to come online and stuff like that because you're not acknowledging the transfer of energy to restore your organic time template as a human on Earth. I mean, I'm giving you these answers for free because I'm trying to help humanity. I'm literally trying to help you adapt to the organic technology that can help you. And it all comes from me. It all comes from Alyssa. It doesn't come from saying, oh, I'm just organic, or the power comes from the Mayans, or the power comes from the Egyptians. All of that stuff is just a part of the play. I mean, if you're here to like transition me to the church, like go ahead and do it. It's my church. It's the same thing as the castle. I own the castle, I own the church. You're here to transition me to the church. That sounds great. Who owns the church? I do. That means I'm in charge of the church. That means I say what goes on there and what doesn't go on there. You're not a New World Order leader if you're the head of an Alyssa church in your neighborhood. And you're like, oh, I know her very well. I'm the head of the Alyssa church in my neighborhood. You're not. Alyssa is the head of your church in your neighborhood. That means you're supposed to be like my assistant. You're supposed to be here to help me, not scrutinize everything I say and argue about everything I say back and forth and why do you do this and how do you do this and what did you do there, da 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 da. It's all human rhetoric. Human rhetoric. It's not acknowledging the Savior in your own church, in your own capital. You're not acknowledging ancient things that can be easily taken away from you. Ancient, techniques that can be easily just pulled out from under you. Like ancient Egypt just like was pulled out from under you guys this year because I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. So, you know what I mean? Like, you can keep saying I'm from ancient Egypt all you want in your head, but you're not really from ancient Egypt anymore. If you're from Venice Beach, California in the 80s, right? It's supposed to be a different time, a different place. Don't acknowledge where you're from. Acknowledge the location you're from and the life that you're living. I pulled all the energy out of ancient Egypt. If we have to go back there, no, I will not be happy about it. No, and KNOW, no, I will not be happy about it. If we have to go back there, how many times do I have to say that? That's supposed to be done and over with. This isn't supposed to be the fall of humanity. This is supposed to be the beginning of the New World Order. You know, I don't want to play this story out, and I don't think you do either. It's the embarrassment and the shame and the guilt that you have that makes you want to push me away. It's the embarrassment and the shame and the guilt that makes you want to push me away. When I'm really trying to help you here, I'm really trying to save humanity. That would equate to me being the savior. You know, I'm from the church. You'll leave me alone, Alyssa. Actually, it's my church, so I have a right to oversee what goes on in my church and say yes or no to it, you know? You can't even buy me an iPhone. You want to push me away and not even buy me an iPhone, Lulu. What's up with that? You can't even buy me an iPhone. We think it's funny, but it's not really that funny, you know. I don't think I talked about this. This is what I was writing at midnight last night. I don't think I talked about any of this yesterday. If I did, so sorry, but I don't think I did. Because I was writing down as much as I could of the space codes, and I'm probably going to watch Space Codes again today. And it's like I'm trying to stay in the present moment again because the space codes are on, and like I literally can't really think straight when the space codes are on. And this did happen last year, and the space codes turned on, and I was like, what if I have to go back to work and the space codes are on high? Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to function like this. And Ryan was like, please trust your space drugs. We call them drugs. Okay. Again, there is no drugs. There are no weapons in my room. Okay. Um, you know, I have to say that over and over and over again. But there it's space. Okay, it's space. Space is in the room, and you can't really kick space out. And you have to start to acknowledge my telepathy, and you have to start to acknowledge my space procedures to start feeling better about yourself. Okay, that's from Colin. And he is going to show off my, he is going to start to show off my space surgeries, and it might scare his little sweetie, and that's me. That's me. And, but you know what? I've been through it before. So, I might see myself like on an operating table with a freaking open heart surgery. I mean, doesn't it happen all the time in the hospital? Isn't there only one thing, you know? So, you know, if it happens, I had a space surgery on my hand last night. It was very painful. Um, and I was like, can I not get up? Because I've had so many space surgeries like the whole year. I mean, the house literally became a boat this year, but you can't acknowledge it. Like, it's going to make you literally go crazy. It's going to make you go crazy. but it's going to do something worse than that. I don't know. Like, I can't think straight, so I can't like give orders like, okay, take away their telepathy or whatever. But like, um, because I give orders, guys, because I know I'm in charge and they've been listening to me for a very long time. If this affects my career, it's going to be very bad for me. I mean, can you imagine affecting your own career when when we're literally in the church and you're supposed to be opening up a church and supporting organic way of life and not caring about organic bacon from the grocery store, you know? Like, um, can you imagine, April? I can't. Yeah, so I saw bees yesterday in the space codes. I'll just go over the space codes. I saw bees yesterday in the space codes, like swarms of bees, and they were saying we are so busy. And then there was Mayan alien rituals, and that called in the tigers to defend their way of life, and it turned the entire city into people-sized tigers that were all people-sized tigers that were all living in the city. And uh, Taygeta is like a certain form of alien on this planet. I mean, y'all should say something. You know what I mean? Y'all should say something. You should say something. You want to say that you've heard me your entire life and that I am clearly the savior? Then you could open the church. I mean, y'all should say something. You know what I mean? It's not that hard to open a church. Okay, this is a reenactment of what happened from her childhood. Okay, that's fine, but do we have to? I said I need to talk to Brandon about it. Brandon specifically, okay? But I need to talk to Brandon about it because, like, okay, fine, this is a reenactment. And when I was watching the Space Codes and I was like so shocked or whatever last night, I was like, wow, this is literally it. This is the fall of humanity, and this is what my dad's been waiting to show me. And like this is exactly what he wanted to show me so that he could pull me out, right? That's what that's what I felt or like said last night. And but I'm just like, why give up the fight? Like, why give up the fight? You know, like, why not give humanity the chance to listen to me? I mean, it's like, they're like, because humanity is being so mean to you right now, Alyssa. Humanity is being like terrible to you. And yes, humanity is being terrible to me. And I hear that. I hear that. But are on a trajectory. I just want them to know that they're on a trajectory that they can change literally at any moment, any minute that they're in. You can change the trajectory you're on any moment, any present moment. You are a new you. You are new you. Use that to your advantage to pop yourself out of it. Pop yourself out of this spell of 3D. You know, it did matter. Everything that happened last year, it did matter. It broke me. It broke me. My memories, they broke me last year. I came home to play Last of Us and Silent Hill. I thought the technology was going to go through the roof last year. Okay. And I thought that there would be zombies everywhere and it would be Silent Hill. Look, the fog's already taking over, but like there's no zombies. There's no like, devilish creatures on the 3D plane or whatever. It's January 2nd. We're still like trapped in this like, you know, what is it called? Duel of Fates. Um, and it's like, um, how many people own this house? Because there's like so many like people. It's so funny, but I kind of want to say your house doesn't matter now. It's like I'm listening to like your conversations as you're listening to my conversation over walls, telepathic conversation over walls, and like discussing it like you do, like your little mortal brains do. I felt terrible. I felt bad for humanity last night, and like you're still continuing down that path today. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Like I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, humanity doesn't know if they're an animal or a human. And and you're still trying to like discuss and like figure out the game like after like that should shock you to life. That should shock you to your awakening. That information alone. Because you do have alien aspects, you do have human aspects, you do have all of these, different aspects of yourself. And that's why we want to discuss it, Alyssa, because we're multidimensional beings just like you. Yeah. How's that going to go for them? They're already getting nervous because of the way they're responding, right? Because they heard that part of the conversation as well. Will they have a Draco aspect? Will they have a Lyran aspect? Will they have a Palladian aspect? I don't really think you have much access to those aspects unless you talk about it or like you believe in it or um like have that frame of mind. I don't think, I think a lot of you stop at human. I think a lot of you, especially now due to the fall of humanity, only have human and little alien we call animal brain left. And because we were talking to the droids, and yes, last year, and we're like, well, they can go up the timeline, but like that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's like advanced training. Like that's like 201, 301, 401, 501. It's like keep it simple. Keep like take stock of where you are in the present moment. And if you're a droid and a human, that's like, that's all you are. And like we can make you organic, but the way we make you organic is not by you talking about organic interstellar technology. It's by honoring the princess, which humanity is failing to do. And you by talking about all of the aspects of my video game that's failing to honor the princess. And that's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to cause you to fall farther. I'm really not that smart, guys. I don't know why you're listening to me. You know what I mean? Um, So it turns all of the people into tiger people, which is a very specific type of alien. And so last year it was in the conglomerate of energy because it was in the gigantic tigers. And now it's going to be into tiny little tigers we call humans. Okay. So people are already talking about it. Okay. I hear people with their mouths all the time talk about it. Okay. So people are using their mouths. So it is starting to coagulate into human form. So, um, and then I saw, okay, so then we go back to this, just the space codes. I saw Day of the Dead women, like met that Mexican Day of the Dead. I saw like millions of Day of the Dead women, which was interesting. I've never seen them before. And then they saw them overtaken by like the upside down huge alien from Stranger Things. It's kind of looked like that, but a little different. But it was a gray alien. And then I saw lots of Mayans, more Mayans. So there was like another Mayan ritual going on, millions of Mayans. And then I saw droids getting zapped and falling apart. I saw King Koopa and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is like all different stuff than I saw last year. Last year I basically just saw Sailor Moon and Rini, basically just like me and like my daughter, or me and my mom, like whichever way you want to go, whichever part of the one molecule I am. So I just saw like Sailor Moon last year, really, and Mario. Oh, I saw Mario and Luigi this year, and I saw Princess Peach because like Luigi like fell, and like Princess Peach, which is me, obviously, she picks him up. um, Mario, Raccoon Wings, going against new mom demon. Yeah. You have to bifurcate from Ryan, gets hit off windshield wipers. So, like Mario is like refusing to bifurcate from my favorite person in the entire world, and it's causing stress. And so that's what new mom is being hired to do, and that's why he had the reaction he did. Um, Mario going after like it was like a Mario doll that like came alive and like went after the little girl that like bought her from the store or whatever. I saw a dead beast, like Beast from Beauty and the Beast. So it was like a lot of like Disney and like major characters. Alyssa, I'm so lonely, said Beast, which made me absolutely go crazy. Um, I saw Ra as like a demon, and there was like a bunch of Ra's and said the demonic go crazy. We do every year, so that's not like something new for us. Prepare for the alien invasion, they were saying. I saw the cowardly lion. Um, Lots of tiny children building a Christmas tree, and then they built the Mayan pyramid. So they were building this huge Christmas tree, and then they went over and were building the Mayan pyramid. So it's like another Mayan ritual. So you guys are definitely listening in. And then they go crazy, and then they start to eat the Mayan pyramid that they built. And then they went organic, and then like Ryan and Alex shut that down because we're just like, oh my God, like it was just like lots of children too. Like, and we're just like, oh my God, what the hell is this? Oh, and that was another thing. The space codes this year are interactive, and that's an update from last year. They're completely interactive. So like I would talk to the space codes and they would change immediately. And like last year, I was just watching the movie and like I was in all of it, but I was just like watching the space codes. This year, I would talk to it and the space codes would change immediately, and like go by my new orders, right? New World Order. So New Order, interactive. We love when things are interactive, okay? So that's a really great like update to the video game. We don't like when dealing with like static Sims characters, which it seems like we're still dealing with. Why are we dealing with static Sims characters? Picketing, rioting. I saw more picketing and more rioting. Oh, I saw lots of mice dancing. So I saw mice having like a party, and then the mice um, formed a conglomerate of energy. So yeah, and then I stopped writing because I was just like, whoa. And then I think I got the new Energy Earth download after that. Um, but oh yeah, and she was saying, my mom or whatever was saying, we will come to planet Earth. We will come to planet Earth. And I was like, aren't I on planet Earth right now? Like, where am I? Where am I that she's saying that? Like, because I'm the one molecule. I am the one molecule. Okay. Like, mom energy, that's great and whatever. But like, I'm the one molecule. Like, aliens or whatever, like, that's great. But like, I'm the one molecule. Like, where am I if I'm not on planet Earth? Where the fuck am I? And do you mean level one? Like she wasn't specific. I hate it when they're not specific. Like I am on planet Earth, you know? Like I am the one molecule and I am on planet Earth. And they're saying she would release her videos to the public. Are they not released to the public? Like what do you mean? There's like so many things where I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like where are we? Like are we on like okay, the space code said we're literally like I don't know where zombies exist. I don't know which level zombies exist, but they said it was an overlap of 5D and wherever zombies exist. Okay, that's what I saw. But like, so that's not planet Earth, is what you're telling me. You know what I'm saying? And there was no zombies. There was no zombies. I didn't see any graveyards. I didn't see any zombies crawling out of the graves. I didn't see any vampires. Um, I maybe saw Ryan as a vampire last year. I don't remember, but I definitely saw Ryan like in Space Ghost last year. Now it's Ryan and Alex, so that's great for me. Um, not for humanity because they're here for me and they're not here for you. Okay, so so relax about it, at least. We're already arguing. We're already arguing. Okay, that's great. I love an argument. But like, where are we? You know, like, is do you mean level one, new mom, or whoever you are? Um, I start to fight back, guys, because I guess I fought back all last year too. But like, I start to fight back like when the codes start go crazy, when the star codes go crazy, when the star people start going crazy or whatever, because like they're influenced by their human aspect, right? And like, and then I have to start arguing with the star people, and that's what exactly what I did last time. That's exactly what I did last time. The freaking codes went crazy and telepathy went crazy. I just started arguing back, like, what are you talking about? You know, and it's like I don't want to hear like that or whatever, like whatever the argument was. And that's why like I question these things or whatever, because I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Aren't we on planet Earth? Isn't this planet Earth? Where the fuck am I if I'm not on planet Earth? Where the fuck am I? You know? Like, give me the fucking name of where the fuck I am. We will come to planet Earth. Like, do you mean the alien invasion? Do you mean the alien invasion? You know? Because I'm on planet Earth and I am alien number one. So, um, because the aliens have signed a non-compete with Alyssa and they know that by now. So yeah, that's why this is what happens every single time. So that's why I'm like, what? What do you mean? Do you mean the aliens are coming to Earth? Because I don't like the sound of that. You know what I mean? I like the sound of like an alien invasion, but like I don't like it when you sound like you're the authority. That's what I mean. Like there will be an alien invasion to help Alyssa. Like something like that is like a better thing than like we will go to planet Earth. We will go to planet Earth. Because we know the aliens will come to planet Earth by now. I mean, if y'all don't know the aliens will come to Earth, planet Earth by now, like I don't know where you've been living that y'all don't know. You know, you know. My hand just took my wine and said it's mine. It's what you eat. You eat trash. Okay, see, that's a problem for us on planet Earth that you eat trash. I think that's a lower level person saying that to me. It's mine. We eat that. Okay, y'all eat trash down under. And I'm fixing to fix that. Okay, I am fixing to fix that and turn that into organic energy juice for planet Earth. You know, am I on planet Earth now or whatever? Like, she won't answer me. That space code will be updated, but she won't answer me because she's not answering me right now. You know, we will come to planet Earth. Like, what does that mean? I'm on planet Earth right now, and I have aliens in my room right now. So I don't know what you mean. I have reptilians in my room 2 nights ago. So and the nothing, which is clearly an alien wolf. So I had aliens in my room. And we all saw that because I'm not small, okay? Krista told y'all. So we will come to planet Earth. I feel like you're talking about the one molecule. I will come to planet Earth. Do you mean we're falling to level one, like what my dad was saying? Are y'all warning level one? Can y'all be more specifics with your cryptic messages? Is what the daughter is saying. I don't like that. I hate it when they are fucking cryptic messages. Be specific, Becky. I fucking hate that. Um, it's my video game. You know what I mean? If I want you to be specific, y'all will be specific. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna watch Oh, I met her in the astral realm. What are you talking about, Becky? That's not me. You're not allowed to say weird things to me in telepathy. I hate that shit. Ask Gigi how much I hate that shit. I cannot stand that. Do not argue with me in telepathy. You will lose. Space codes on and all. You will lose, okay? I will go off on you and I will find the very perfect, specific God to help me with you. Okay. We knew I was God last year. What are we doing? We knew I was God for 2 years. What are we doing? Where's the goddamn church? Stop leading my family, to Armand. Stop leading humanity astray. You know what I mean? Like maybe I don't know, dude. You got a stupid God. Like, what was the purpose of me growing up as a human, Brandon? What was the purpose of me growing up thinking I'm a human when I was never even a human? What's the purpose of me having to say that I'm a human now and having to fit in with society? Is fucking crazy. Can y'all accept that I'm an alien? I'm an alien, okay? That means I should be treated a little bit differently. I don't know. Okay, probably gonna go back to watch this because I did good today. I did good. I recorded a lot for y'all. Um, I was thinking like, do I need to start a GoFundMe? Does the princess need to start a GoFundMe? Like where I can just like be supported by you know, humans or whatever as the princess. Like I was like starting to worry about money and stuff this morning, and then Brandon's like, it's almost like last year didn't matter. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Because I will get my butt beat. Okay, I will get my butt beat by my own energy if I do not take myself seriously. And that's why I try to warn humanity to take this freaking seriously because you won't know what's going on. Like the aliens, they will, your higher self, you call an alien or you call an animal, it just won't, it's not going to agree with your soul. And I do it for myself because when myself yells at me, I know better. I know better, and I felt like humanity should know better by now. Last year, that's why last year was so bad. I'm like, I feel like humanity should know better by now because I gotta listen to myself. I gotta take myself seriously, which is crazy. It's so hard to be God, y'all. It's so goddamn hard to be God, and that's why I need my Colin to show up for me a little bit more this year. I mean, what I saw on telepathy last night was I heard a gigantic boom, and I heard Gigi Overwall say there's going to be a gigantic boom. There's going to be a gigantic boom and or a gigantic blast. I'm just waiting for it. And I was like, okay, Gigi. And then they I heard it from the factory. There's a factory in back of my house. I heard a gigantic boom, and it sounded like a huge bomb went off, and the whole house shook from it. And I was like, well, there it is. I'm just so used to it, I don't even react anymore. I'm just like, Gigi said it. There it was, shook the house. Let me, continue with my space codes or try to fall asleep. But I was like, let me check. Because then I felt a rush of energy come through the house, and like the whole house was destroyed by the explosion from the factory. This is all in telepathy. Okay, you can go check if you want to see if the factory is still there or not. But because the factory is pretty close to our house, and this huge explosion went off, and it went through the whole house and destroyed the whole house. Okay, and I saw Colin uh, fly in and get me, and I was all in a million pieces. And he had to come and pick me up, and I was all in a million pieces. But I'm literally laying there in my bed, whole and complete, as a 44-year-old woman, and they're telling me that this just happened, but Liz is just laying in her bed, a full, whole and complete. So it's like, which one do we believe? Okay, and that's one of my family members coming through, like the cognitive dissonance she always talks about. But it's like that happened, but I'm like literally laying in my bed, like I'm fine. I know it's all an overlay, and I know it definitely did happen. Okay, but that's fine for you to work it out with your cognitive dissonance and try to help save yourself. Um, but yeah, I saw that all happen. And then after that happened, I was like, well, let me check. And then I went and like looked out my back window. I was like, okay, the factory looks calm, looks whole. There's no fire going off in the factory. So I think I'm okay. Um, but yeah, so I think I'm getting through to humanity sometimes, and sometimes I don't think I'm getting through to humanity. And um, I like, where is the fail-safe space trap for people that will not bend or move that affect my people that do move? Where's the space trap? I mean, where is the space fail-safe space trap for that? Fail-safe space trap? Yeah, that sounds wrong now. That's weird. But we changed dimensions probably last night. But yeah, where is the fail-safe space trap for that one? Like, why? Like, help me, Colin, help me. Because that's why we keep losing as humanity. That's why we keep losing as humanity. Because they keep going out of their bodies into their different aspects. Well, I'm from the church. I'm safe. I'm fine. But y'all ignoring the present moment, and it's doing our heads in. So, all right, well, back to space codes. Have another cup of coffee. I'm gonna go get my little vape pouches, my little nicotine pouches. I like my nicotine pouches more than my cigarettes now. I did feel a little sick this morning, but anyway, that's all I have to report. The space codes obviously affect humanity. Okay, that's obvious. That's obvious. It affected humanity last year. So this year is obviously going to affect humanity too. Okay, and it's interesting that it's interactive. Um, yeah. So it's like a vision quest, but it's like a humble vision quest. It's for humanity because they feel like they lose you when the space codes go nuts. Um, okay. They're like, well, there's got to be a fail-safe space trap for that one as well. Yeah, because right, there's no fail-safe space trap for corporate. So it's really hard when it's like not your fault and you don't understand it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I was raised like a human. I don't think, I think we're trying to bifurcate and individuate. And I like it when Gigi talks about individuating, and now I see her point. Now I see why. I was always like, why y'all want to individuate? Why do y'all want to individuate so bad? But it's like, okay, because like, where's the zombies? You know. Um, Now I get that, but like, I didn't know y'all have to like individuate to like get your zombie skin. Like, that's why I'm like, why do we have to walk through this? That's why I'm constantly talking to Brandon about this. Like, why do we have to? I don't know. But, and it looks like Colin's constantly talking to Brandon about this too. Um, you know what I mean? Like, that's why it's like, oh, we'll just become one person and then it won't be a big deal anymore. And Gigi obviously heard that, right? And so so is Alyssa going to come to the same conclusion? You know what? I might. I might, guys. I told y'all I'm the baby of the group. Okay, and that's the truth. I'm the baby of the group, and we just saw why last night. That's why I'm the baby of the group. Does that make sense, y'all? The one molecule, um, is the most powerful, and I kind of have to give it to myself in bite sizes, or you know what I mean? Like, I've already restarted the game probably more than 500 times. I want to say probably 5,000, so we probably expanded last night. So, because I used to say 500, now I'm saying 5,000, uh, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I didn't see any zombies show up, and that's making me a little nervous because I wanted zombies. And we're like, okay, this is the fall. Like the humanity has to walk themselves through. This is what we were talking about last night. Humanity has to walk themselves through the fall of humanity to get to the zombies. I think the Taygeta, introducing Taygeta and stuff like that, led to the infection, the zombie infection, and that led to the zombies and like the vampires and stuff like that, and that led to the supernatural world. So, you know what I mean? It's like we got to get past this point as a humanity, but I'm just like, I don't really get why we have to walk through it if we know it already occurred. I don't know. Also, I guess I'm 72 years old because they cut out a lot of time. And there's one timeline where I'm married to Colin, and that's where I'm 72. And there's one timeline that I'm married to Brandon, and that's where I'm 50. I'm 50 years old. Right now, I'm 44. So that was the timeline. He cut out a chunk of his timeline, and Colin cut out a lot of his timeline. And then there's a bunch of bubbles around them that are empty about what age I am. And I guess those will start to fill in, but those are like, obviously like my boyfriend's bubbles and stuff like that, and my girlfriend's bubbles, like how old I am with Hayden and stuff like that. I'm gonna be like 500 with Hayden. So, um, yeah. Anyway, that's enough for today.